Hello and welcome to the second and probably the last part of my Q&A videos. Thank you to everyone who commented on my previous video. I was glad how that video went and I'm glad that you guys liked it. And so this part is basically the general questions. Now, there's not as many questions as the previous video because of course there were Doctor Who questions and there'll probably be a lot of those. Whereas here there is not that much to go through, so hopefully this could be quite a short video and it won't take most of your time. And it's definitely not as long as the previous video, so let's stop rambling on about how long the video is going to be. Let's just carry on with it and get the thing started. So, right, the first question is from the Kermit Creation, and he asks, what did I think of the Alien film? I really like the Alien films, actually. I think they are good. I think Alien is a good franchise. I've got although my dad has the DVD box set, and I've watched all the films, and I enjoy them. I think probably my least favourite is Alien 3. I'm not much of a fan of that, but I think the others are pretty good. Obviously, I think Alien, the first one, is great. I quite like Alien Resurrection. I think I've watched that more than any of the others. I'm not sure why. That's one of the franchises that I quite like. Film06 asks, what are some of your favourite movies of all time? Well, I like the Harry Potter movies. I've always been a fan of those. I watched the first one in the cinema when I was about, I don't know, 3 or 4. I can't remember really when I watched that. I've watched all of them in the cinema, but I can't remember when I've watched the first one. God, that was a long time ago. I don't know. I'm quite not much of a fan of Star Wars. I watch it sometimes. I don't watch it all the time. I don't know. I like the Spider-Man films. They're good. I don't really have a favourite movie of all time. I don't really like questions like that when it's something of all time. Depends what it is really. If it's films, and because there's such a wide variety, it's really hard to choose from. But those are just a select few that I quite like really. If there's more, then I might let you know because I might have got some in this video. So the next question is from Owen Salmons, and he asks, what do I like other than Doctor Who and Harry Potter? Obviously, like I said just now, I do like Spider-Man, both Amazing Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I don't know which one I prefer, really. I quite like them both as they are, although I don't really like Spider-Man 3. I also like The Hobbit. Most of you, hopefully, well, some of you know that. When I did my little DVD review of The Hobbit on Blu-ray, I said that I did really like The Hobbit, and I haven't seen the Desolation of Smaug, or however you pronounce it. I still haven't seen those yet. That film yet, because I haven't got it on DVD and I haven't watched it in the cinema, so I'll have to buy it sometime. Star Wars, like I said, I don't mind that too much. Lord of the Rings I quite like. I quite like Lord of the Rings. The In-Betweeners I love. I also love Only Fools and Horses. That's my favourite sitcom. There's loads of others I could choose, but obviously I don't want to make this video last forever, so I'll move on to the next question. And this question is from Matthew from Whoadix Reviews, and he asks, do you have any hobbies or anything you like to do in your free time? I like to go out to places, go for a road trip with a few friends, because they've got cars now, so I'm still doing my driving lessons. I like to go on a few road trips, they're quite fun. Went on one yesterday to Ledbury, and that was quite fun. YouTube videos. I like to read. I'm quite a big reader now, mostly of Doctor Who books, because I'm trying to, basically what you see there in that shelf, I'm trying to read all of it. I've read all the Harry Potter books, I love them. I've read about 4 James Bonds. There's quite a lot there. As you can tell, I like my books, and I like to I like horror books as well. They're quite good to read. James Herbert. I don't know if any of you like James Herbert, because I personally think he's a great author. And if you like horror books, then I recommend you check out his stuff. So the next question is from Paul Clancy the Legend, and he asks, have you seen The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Yeah, I watched it a few weeks ago, and I thought it was pretty good actually. I think the problem with having loads of villains uh, um, in one film is that you need to give them a good amount of screen time, because spoilers, Rhino has only a very short amount of time in the film, and I was quite looking forward to seeing Rhino, but he was only in there for a short amount of time. But I'm not going to tell you where if you haven't seen it. Yeah, that's quite irritating, because I was looking forward to seeing him in action, but we didn't really get to see him in action at all, really, apart from the charge towards Spider-Man, and not a lot happened after that. So yeah, I did like it though. I'm not sure which one I prefer out of the first one. I do like both of them really. Waterfield5 asks, or Waterfield V, however you want to pronounce his name. He asks, what other science fiction shows are you interested in? To be honest, Doctor Who is the only one I like. Most of them I don't really like. Star Trek I never really got into. I've watched a bit of Red Dwarf, but that's sort of, I think, sci-fi comedy, I believe. Yeah, I can't really. I would like to watch a bit of Blake Seven when I can. I may get the first series one day, because I've heard it's good. So I may get into Blake Seven. But yeah, Doctor Who's pretty much the only sci-fi show I watch. Ethan Cronin asks, or Ethan DJC, he asks, do you watch EastEnders? Yes, I do. Well, sometimes I'm pretty much a casual viewer. If so, who do you think killed Lucy Beale? I have no idea. There are suspects constantly, popping up all over the place in EastEnders, and I don't really know. I think the latest suspect is Billy Mitchell. I haven't watched it recently, but I've liked the Facebook page of EastEnders, and it seems to be that Billy Mitchell is the latest suspect. But I don't know. I'm just gonna say it's Max. That's who I think it is, because he might be a likely likely suspect. But who knows? Could be anybody. Wesley McCammon asks. Well, he's got quite a selection of questions for me to ask and answer. What do you consider more important in a YouTube channel? I think that's what he was meant to ask. I think just the content on your channel is, and of course your subscribers. I think you've got to reply. I think there's a time when I didn't really reply to my subscribers that much in comments, but now I'm starting to reply to them a bit more, because I think if you don't reply to the comments, I think it's a bit arrogant really. So I'm going to try my best and answer all your comments, because I know there's quite a few commenters on my channel, which is good. I want more comments on my videos, but you guys are helping me with that, so thanks for everything really. He also asks, anyone else in your family a Whovian? No, not really. I'm pretty much the only one. I've got a fairly large family, and a large amount of cousins, and I'm the only one that pretty much. I mean, the two female cousins, they watch Doctor Who when it's on, but they're not like die-hard fans like I am. So it's a bit annoying, but yeah. I'm the only one in my hometown out of the friends that I have who likes the show really. Others are just sort of casual viewers. And his third question is, where do you see your channel in 10 years? I'm not sure if I'll be making more videos in 10 years. That's quite a weird thought really. I don't know what the channel will be like in 10 years' time. That's quite a weird thought actually. I don't know what the channel will be like in 10 years' time. It'll probably still be up. I'll keep the channel up for entertainment purposes, but apart from that, I don't really know. I might not be making videos. So yeah. He also asks, well, his final question really is, do I consider myself very competitive? It depends what it is really. If it's something like bowling or running, well, running, no, I wouldn't really consider myself very competitive because I'm not very slow, I'm not very fast, so I'd probably just let them go ahead and, because, well, who knows, maybe I might beat somebody one day by surprise, but if that were to happen, then it'll probably just be luck and not really a regular thing. Like I said, it depends on what it is. I'd say half and half. Sometimes I am quite competitive, sometimes I'm not. But yeah, that's it really. The Overload Productions Dylan Kokoran, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He asks, am I going to do vlogs, and what's your favourite Doctor Who story and why? I've done a few vlogs on this channel, but I call them blogs, because there's a few subscribers of mine that called their videos sort of blogs, so I decided to call mine blogs, because they were my inspiration. I think I got inspired by them really to make blogs for this channel. There's a massive blog or vlog coming up in a few weeks, because hopefully most of you will know what that is. It's myself going on holiday, and yeah, I'll be filming some stuff in America, which should be good. And my favourite Doctor Who story, of course, is Evil of the Daleks, and I just love it so much. I think it's a brilliant story, really well written, fantastically acted. Characters are brilliant and interesting. Great names for the characters, apart from the main ones, obviously, because they're always good. But yeah, that's pretty much why. And of course, I love the Daleks. I think they are my favourite monster, or villain, and that's why I love Evil of the Daleks. Really, I'll probably do a more detailed video about Evil of the Daleks and why I love it so much in the future. And the Obsessed2via95 asks, what inspired you to make YouTube videos? Well, I remember, I think this is in 2010, I remember watching a YouTuber called 666 who doesn't really make videos that frequent, which is unfortunate because I really enjoy some of his stuff, and I think you should check his channel out. That's 666 I watched his Doctor Who collection video, and I think that's what inspired me to do my own video. My first ever video was the collection. I think I might have deleted it because it was terrible, and yeah, then I started to do reviews. My first ever review was of the first Visitation set. I'm definitely going to redo that because I think that review was awful, really, really bad. There's a couple of people that liked it, but it was my first review, and as you would expect, it would be quite bad. But it all comes in experience, and I'm just going to do a quick jump cut now, so I'll be with you in like a second. So yeah, the collection video inspired me to make videos, and then eventually I decided to make my channel a pure Doctor Who channel. There are a few of other franchise videos on there. Like I did that James Bond review once. I did a few Harry Potter reviews, and I've also done a Terry Pratchett review. I've done loads of random stuff really, besides Doctor Who, but most of my channel is completely dominated by Doctor Who, as you can see. And the last YouTuber to ask me questions is TJ Productions, and he has two questions for me to ask. Are you a fan of any other classic TV series? Depends what you're talking about really. If it's sitcoms, then like I said, Only Fools and Horses, The Green Grass I quite like, Open All Hours. There's quite a lot of sitcoms out there. I had a look at some earlier, and there were some that I've never even heard of. And I think there's one called Are You Being Served and Only Fit in the Grave. But besides from sitcoms, I've recently got into 1975 Terry Nation series, which is The Survivors, where all the characters wake up one morning to find that most of the people they know are dead. It sounds depressing, but I watched the first episode a few days ago, and I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to watch more of it. So that might interest you if you're a fan of classic stuff, and I know TJ is quite a fan of classic TV series now. By his cover photo, you can see that he is quite a fan of the classic stuff, and I hope to seek out more of the classic stuff, because there is series such as the Avengers and other stuff, not Marvel Avengers, just the Avengers, because I don't think Marvel could use that name because of the TV series, so they called it Avengers Assemble. But yeah, I hope to get into more series like that. I'll stick to The Survivors for now, but so far from what I've watched, it's really good. So I'll probably watch the second episode soon. And the final question is favourite music composer. Well, I might just put music artist, really, because I think music composer might be someone like John Williams, because I am a huge fan of John Williams. I love all of his stuff. He's directed loads of produced or composed loads of iconic music scores for Harry Potter, E.T. I think, Star Wars, loads. And I'm such a huge fan of his work, and I've been recently learning how to play some of his stuff on the piano, and it's quite a challenge, but soon I'll get there. I've learned the first few minutes of it, and I just play that on repeat sometimes. So, but if you're talking about like music artists or whatever, I like a bit of James Blunt. Not a great selection, but I personally like all of them really. I like Calvin. I'm starting to like Calvin Harris a bit more. Nirvana, I quite like them. Oasis, I'm quite a huge fan of their songs. But yeah, there's quite a huge variety of music artists out there that I like. I like the guys who did Chasing Cars. I think that was Snow Patrol, and I don't mind them too much. But yeah, that's basically it. I think that was about 16 or 17 minutes, so not bad. So yeah, thanks for giving me all those questions to answer, and like I said in my previous video, I hope this video might have been useful to you if you wanted to know more about me. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my 2 Q&A videos. Yeah, so there might be like an updated one of these at the end of the year, maybe possibly, or the next year, I don't know. But yeah, I've quite enjoyed doing these Q&A videos, and hopefully you guys can do your own Q&A videos, and I can see what things you like and annoy you, or if there's any things that you're scared of, or stuff like that. That'd be quite interesting to see. So I hope you guys do your own Q&A videos in the future, and I'll definitely give you some questions for those. So thanks for commenting, thanks for liking my previous video, and be sure to like this video and comment and tell me what you thought of this video. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you're all well and taking care of each other, and yeah, I shall see you very soon. I probably won't be making any videos in the next couple of days because I'll be on holiday, so the next video will probably be in a few weeks. So like I said, thanks for watching. I hope you're all well and taking care of each other, and goodbye.